The cosmic hurricane rips through uncharted space at 1 million miles per hour. Gas plumes extending for 1,000 light-years in any direction. Deep within the 30 light-year wide superwind, clusters containing as much mass as 1 million stars erupt into explosions too vast for the mind to comprehend. Their cries signal the death of massive stars and the birth of new ones. I am Narin Rad, the Silver Surfer, wielder of the power cosmic, former herald to Galactus, devourer of worlds. I have traveled the galaxy, seen more than other eyes could hope to behold in 100 lifetimes. But I stare at the sight before me with the awe of a newborn child. Here is the cycle of life writ large, to be born in fire and live in the bright flame of our passions illuminating the world around us. We live and die in fire, knowing that when we die, we are reborn in the minds and spirits of those who will follow the path we have lit for them across the ages. The path that one day calls all of us home, at the dying of the light.
Hey, Stretch, where do you want this?
You can just set it by the electropulse modulation system.
Reed.
Sorry, the green flashy machine with the red blinky lights.
Thanks. The green flashy machine with the red blinky lights and the orange switches, or the green flashy machine with the red blinky lights and the yellow smoke rising out the bottom.
The green flicky... What?
Just faking you out, Stretch. You're getting too easy to kid, Reed. You ought to try taking your eyes off the scopes once in a while. Hey, there's a good question for you. If you can stretch out everything, then why don't you just sit in a nice comfy chair and stretch your eyeballs to reach the scope? You know, like one of them cartoons.
He can't. He tried it once, but...
It didn't work?
No, it worked fine, but it looks so freaky that Sue told him that he ever did it again, he'd spend the next 6 months sleeping on the sofa. The path of scientific experimentation is always a hard and lonely one.
What was that, Stretch?
I said I'm going to have to remember to put a lock on that door one of these days. Okay, fine, I can take a hint. Nothing good in the paper anyway.
Hey, Matchstick, don't go too far with that. I want to look in the obituaries, check if anybody I don't like is in there.
Ben, you don't like anybody.
Yeah, that's why I like the Times. The obit section is huge, you know. I said it's huge. Johnny?
Reed, you better check this out. There's somebody here to see you. Narin, this is quite a surprise.
Yeah, what brings you to the city? I mean, other than the bagels, the pizza, the babes,
Ben,
the museums, the opera, the new fall fashions.
Dr. Richards, I need to speak with you. Alone. Oh, well, I suppose I can... No, Mrs. Richards, you can stay, but if the rest of you do not mind, this is a private matter.
Not a prob. I've taken rejections from all kinds of people. I'll just be, you know, whatever.
Narin, what's wrong?
So, you got any idea what the heck's going on in there? Stretch hasn't come out in 2 days.
No, they haven't said. I ran into Sue getting him some food, but she didn't say anything, and...
And what?
She was crying. Crying in that way where it just falls, like water. Like she'd been crying all day, like she might never, ever stop crying again.
Yeah, well, Yeah. You don't think anything's wrong with the walking bowling trophy, do you?
I don't know, Ben. I don't know. Narin, I know the pain must be excruciating for you, but I need to run the tests again. I need to be sure.
I understand, Richards. Do as you must.
Sue? Sue? Sorry, I fell asleep. What time is it? A little after 9. AM or PM? AM. Did you finish running the tests? About an hour ago. And? The results are the same. There has to be something. There has to be something we can do. I wish there were, Sue. God in heaven, I wish there were. But the force that created his shell, that protected him from harm and age and cosmic rays and... Anyway, it's thousands of years ahead of anything I can even begin to understand. There's nobody with that kind of knowledge. Nobody who can... Damn it, Sue. I did everything I could. But it wasn't enough. It just... Damn it! You did everything you could, Reed. You tried. I know, I'm just tired, that's all. Tired and angry. Like I could just... I know. Does he know? He knows. My name is Norinrad, and I am afraid, not for myself, but for my world, for I have seen the coming of Galactus, and I have but one chance to save my world from his hunger. To save Zenla, I must offer up myself. But there are other planets, other worlds, where no intelligent life exists. Find a world such as that, do with it what you will, for even ants have a right to life.
Alas, I cannot comply. I have not the time to seek such worlds. Had I a herald to probe the universe for me, then many worlds such as this would I spare, but there is no such one.
Stop, I beg you to hear me out. If a herald you desire, then a herald I shall be. Let me probe the heavens, scan the starways, roam the endless cosmos for you. All this will I do, if you will but spare my people. Spare Zenla.
Your words are spoke, so shall it be. Herald, prepare yourself. Prepare to be reborn.
Thus was Norinrad erased, and the Silver Surfer born. A birth cry that would be echoed in the screams of 1,000 murdered worlds. I had hoped to lead Galactus to only uninhabited worlds, but, with my memory and conscience erased, along with my name, we traveled from star to star. Worlds fell. Billions died. Civilizations were extinguished as suddenly as a child blows out a candle, and with as little remorse. Then came Earth, and something in the spirit of her people touched me in a way nothing else had. Their stubborn nobility in the face of certain death shamed me. They refused to be beaten down like tall grass beneath a storm. Four stood alone against the terror that was Galactus, as once I had done. And in so doing, they awoke what little remained of Norinrad. In that moment, I turned against him, and we arose in strength in that most desperate hour. The price paid was terrible, but for the first time, Galactus was turned aside. On that day, Richards returned a little of the mortal Norinrad to the Silver Surfer. From that day to this, I have seen things, done things, that are nearly beyond imagination. Things that would fill 1,000 mortal lives. I have explored the darkness between the stars, seen the rise and fall of vast civilizations, done my best to atone for my past by bringing words of peace to planets that had known only the language of war, all too often without success. But I regret nothing. Nothing. And now... Richards was there at the rebirth of Norinrad. It is only right that he should be here now, at the other end of that equation. I regret nothing. And neither should you. You have done all you could. I know, but... I know. Do you know what you're going to do? Where you're going to go? If there's anything at all that we can do, I am still deciding. I think I will first take a look around my adopted home. It has been too long since I have simply taken a moment to do that. And then? Then, I think I will go to my first home, Zenla. Yes, that feels right, somehow. Do not feel sadness for me. I would not have been myself, would not have had even these years true to myself, were it not for you. For that I will always be happy, and thankful. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, Naren. Godspeed. Goodbye.
So, Stretch, now that all the secrecy stuff is done, you mind telling us what in Sam Hill is going on? What did you say to him?
I said, the material that covers your body protects you from the cold of space and the heat of stars, from radiation and pain and loss of oxygen, and it's the most elaborate mechanism ever created, especially that it's only a few microns deep. But no mechanism, no machine lasts forever. And this one is starting to break down, because it's tied directly into your nervous system. As it begins to malfunction, so will you. Symptoms will be minor at first. Dizziness, confusion, shortness of breath. At times your abilities may fail you altogether. You may experience brief blackouts. As it worsens, there will be pain. A lot of it, at times, will feel as though every nerve in your body has gone nova. Then, finally, paralysis. First of the limbs, then the lungs will stop, the heart will stop, and I'm sorry, Naren. I'm sorry. How long do I have? The deterioration is spreading quickly. I'd say maybe 3 weeks, a month at the outside. Richards. Yes? I understand that on Earth there are insects, monarch butterflies, that often live only 2 weeks. To them, 2 weeks is a generation. So if I have but a month, then I have 2 generations of life yet ahead of me. I am blessed, Richards. I am blessed. Thank you. My name is Naren Rad, the Silver Surfer, wielder of the power cosmic, former herald to Galactus, devourer of worlds. I have traveled the galaxy, seen more than other eyes could hope to behold in 100 lifetimes. And I am dying. I am dying. I am dying.